women in media is something that's very common. English media और हिंदी मीडिया, रीजनल मीडिया में थोड़ा सा डिस्टिंक्शन अगर हम करें तो वहाँ रीजनल और हिंदी मीडिया में शायद लड़कियाँ थोड़ी सी कम हैं, which is the difference between possibly India and Bharat as we talk about. Having said that, I worked at times now, I worked in Indian Express before this for 10 years. I worked with the Economic Times, and as such, I don't see that there is any lack of women coming forward. In fact, to the contrary, in the English media, women are more than men. They've virtually taken over newsrooms. They're more effective. They are more dedicated. Yes, the problem comes because at the top decision-making levels, are women really present? And that is an issue that exists in most of Indian companies, maybe in governments, but Rashmi ji can talk about that. But yes, in crucial strategic decision-making levels, the presence of women is less. As far as I can see, financial inclusion, yes, in English media, there is no discrimination between a male employee and a female employee. I just feel that many people feel that women are not or cannot be that committed to a career, because we all know we take our maternity leaves, we take our leaves when we get married, and people see that as a sign of a non-serious worker. Having said that, there are many who have disproved that theory. I can't talk of others. I'm sitting here in front of you. I had my baby in the first year of marriage, not because of anything else, but my health did not permit me at that time, to carry on working. And of course, you have a young child, you feel like spending some time. You take a break. When you come back, there are entry barriers to coming in. I face this, and I would not like to name, but a lot of top editors sitting here today, editors that you've seen over the years as the grave, serious intellectual voices, actually when they interviewed me, told me, you're a Punjabi girl, you've had a baby, you've quit your job, now you've come back, then you'll have a second child, you'll take work again. You don't look like a very committed career person. So yes, there are entry barriers, and there used to be in our time, and I'm talking about the early 1990s. There was that entry barrier. But then there have been women who've scripted their own story. No story is comparable to another. Everybody's circumstances are different, everybody's battles are different, and everybody's style of proving themselves is absolutely different. But people come back. We don't have to, literally go on the streets with flags in our hands. We do it in our own way. And today I'm happy to report the same editors, who had a problem with me coming back to work, have to acknowledge that I'm at the high table with them, or rather sometimes more than them. So it's not something that I've proved a point. It's just that you challenged me, I take the challenge, and I will move forward. And women have done that. That's what women are all about grit and determination. And many women come and they change the story. We're doing it all the time. We probably don't sing praises of each one of them. There would be, hundreds in this room itself who've done it in their own way, made their statement in their own way. I think we do it. It's changing. Insecurities of men in dealing with successful women will stay. I think that's the way probably God, I'm not talking about science, but probably God made it that way. A woman top-notch position makes men extremely insecure, and that's the universal truth. It's in India, it's abroad, I've seen it in every place. It's in media, it's in other professions. They do make men insecure. Having said that, women भी insecure हो जाती हैं, ऐसी बात नहीं है. It's all about competition. But just wearing this women thing on your sleeve, maybe we do a disservice to ourselves. We are as equal as it comes. We are better than men, but we don't have to say it because we are. The minute we say it, we are expecting that we will be treated differently. And that, I think, is the biggest disservice that we do. We go there as equals, we perform as equals, and we just go get as equals. There are problems, there will be problems. There are problems for men also to prove themselves. There are problems for everybody. So let's not make this gender thing bigger than it is. It is a challenge. We've come a long way. I'm happy to report that in my company at least, wherever I work, women have been treated as equals for the same kind of job, and in most places, women have excelled, and people have no problem in admitting it. And today, I'm happy to report, having taken a back seat in my career after my children, after my maternity leaves twice over, I'm happy to have worked extra hard when I came back to prove myself. And nobody gives anything to anybody. You have to just go out there and get it yourself. And that is something that takes us all. As far as pay parity, financial inclusion is concerned, we as women have to be the support group. We have to ensure as we grow up the ladder that other women are not taken advantage of. And I think there is awareness, and it is happening. Maybe it's taking longer in India than elsewhere. As I said, I also now head a Hindi channel, and there is no woman editor-in-chief in the Hindi space as of now. There is no one. So I'm seeing that there is a little bit of a pushback, just very subtle, but it's there. And it's that mindset issue that exists, as I said, in Bharat. It even exists in India. You just have to not make a song and dance about it. You just have to be firm, and you have to be sure of yourself. And if you know the game you are in, which is whatever profession you are in, you just go and get it. Because I think women can get it better than men. So just don't give them space. That's the best way to fight. Some people have to change even the nomenclature. I have no value judgment on anything. लेकिन बिना लड़ाई के तो कुछ मिलता भी नहीं है. तो आपको आप क्विट कर देंगे तो कभी भी हम बदल नहीं पाएंगे. तो रहना पड़ेगा, बदलना पड़ेगा, धक्का देना पड़ेगा. हमारे देश में बहुत कुछ धक्का स्टार्ट पे चलता है. तो धक्का तो देना पड़ेगा. क्विट करके मैं 2 बच्चों की माँ हूँ, और मैं ये कहने के लिए बिल्कुल संकोच नहीं करती कि 10th स्टैंडर्ड हो, 12th स्टैंडर्ड हो, मैंने छुट्टी लेके घर में बैठ के बच्चों को पढ़ाया भी है. पढ़ाया नहीं तो डंडा लेके बैठी तो हूँ. बिकॉज आई हैव 2 बॉयज़, और लड़कों के सर पे ना बैठो तो पढ़ते भी नहीं हैं. तो we've done all of that, yet we've managed to put in our best at work. तो वो रह के आपको करना पड़ता है. चैलेंजेस तो रोज आते हैं. कभी मेड नहीं आती तो चैलेंज हो जाता है. आप रात का प्राइम टाइम शो सब करना चाहते हैं, लेकिन प्राइम टाइम शो मतलब आप घर 11 बजे पहुंचेंगी, तो वो भी दिक्कतें आती हैं. तो दिक्कतों का तो जीवन है ही, लेकिन लड़ना है और आगे बढ़ना. अगर ये सोच लो तो शायद आगे बढ़ ही जाएंगे. नहीं, मेरा यही कहना. and such amazing stories we've heard from the judge, from the IAS officer, from the sarpanch who've come. आसान किसी की भी जिंदगी नहीं होती। अगर हम ये सोचें कि किसी मर्द की हमसे ज्यादा आसान है तो उसकी भी नहीं होती। चैलेंजेस उसके लिए भी हैं। अगर नौकरी पाना है, हाँ, वो यारों दोस्तों के साथ बैठ के पी सकते हैं, हम तो वो भी नहीं कर सकते। और मैंने जब अपना जर्नलिज्म का करियर शुरू किया था तो 1990 में मैं देखती थी कि जो रिपोर्टर मेरे बराबर का है वो रात को ऑफिशियल्स जब अपॉइंटमेंट नहीं देते थे या पॉलिटिशियंस अपॉइंटमेंट नहीं देते थे तो वो लोग रात को ना ड्रिंक पे चले जाते थे, कंधे पे फिर हाथ भी डल जाते थे और दुनिया भर की गॉसिप भी मिल जाती थी कि मंत्री क्या कर रहा है और उसके नीचे सेक्रेटरी क्या कर रहा है, वो सब हो जाता था। पर हम लोग रात को 10-11 बजे किसी के साथ दारू पीने नहीं जा सकते। यू नो, it's not done, it was not acceptable socially और हमें भी अजीब लगता था। तो मेरा ये कहना है कि हमने बाय द रूल्स प्ले किया है कि हम अपॉइंटमेंट लेके दफ्तर में ही मिले हैं, हम किसी के होटल के कमरे में नहीं गए, हम किसी के साथ क्लब नहीं गए, हम किसी के साथ रेस्टोरेंट नहीं किए, लेकिन हमने किया ना। और लोग आपको कम तो हाँकेंगे ही, क्योंकि अगर आपको 20,000 रुपए में अगर कोई हायर कर सके तो वो 40 क्यों देगा। लेकिन हम कितना पुशबैक करते हैं, हम अपनी कितनी कीमत आंकते हैं। एंड कीमत आंकना is just a phrase I'm saying when we come to salaries and stuff. If we undersell ourselves, हम अपना दाम कम लगाएंगे तो आप दूसरों को दोष नहीं दे सकते। हमारा कॉन्फिडेंस ऐसे लेवल का होना चाहिए अपने काम पर भी और अपनी डिलीवरी पर भी कि हम खड़े हों वहां कि अगर, और हमको भी रिसर्च करके जाना चाहिए। आदमी सब करके जाते हैं, कितना डीए मिलेगा, कितना कन्वेंस मिलेगा, हम लोग कई बार ये नहीं सोच के जाते, वी डोंट गो वेल प्रिपेयर्ड। तो ये कुछ चीजें हमें सॉर्ट आउट करनी पड़ेंगी अपने में। वी हैव टू हैव दैट किलर इंस्टिंक्ट, उसके बिना नहीं हो सकता। और कोई किसी को कुछ नहीं देता। कोई भी लेडी जो यहाँ बैठी हुई है उसको किसी ने कुछ दिया नहीं है। जो भी है वो आपने लड़ के लिया है और अपनी जगह पर खड़े होके प्रूव करके लिया है। नहीं तो आप यहाँ नहीं होते, मैं यहाँ नहीं होती, जज साहिबा यहाँ नहीं होती, रश्मि जी यहाँ नहीं होती और भाषा जी यहाँ नहीं होती, तो रिचा नहीं होती, भारती जी यहाँ नहीं होती और रिचा भी नहीं होती। Nobody gives anything to anybody. You have to prove yourself. एंड वी कांट वेट कि कोई आएगा, देखेगा और परखेगा और कहेगा ओहो तुम तो मुझे दिखी नहीं थी, कहाँ हो, मैं तुम्हें चीफ पर। ऐसा कोई कुछ नहीं होता। ये फेरी टेल्स में अगर आपने पढ़ा है तो फेरी टेल्स को जला दीजिए, ये सब नहीं होता। आपको जाना पड़ेगा, लड़ना पड़ेगा, लेना पड़ेगा और दूसरे को कोई ऑल्टरनेटिव छोड़ना ही नहीं पड़ेगा, तभी आप आगे बढ़े। लॉन्ग टाइम अगो, because we're talking about media, a long time ago we started the Indian Women's Press Corps, and
we both are members of it.
We both are members, and this was in the early 90s. I remember that we all, yes, it's just next door from here, and that became such a safe haven for women who were in the media. And we participated and created an ecosystem where women could come, because there is a press club next door, but it was called the drinking hole, as you know. So some women didn't feel very comfortable there. और वहाँ मतलब because drinks पर ज़्यादा emphasis था, focus था, तो बाकी कुछ कम होता था। तो हमने यहाँ initiative लेके छोटी छोटी चीजें, you know, single women, women who do not get justice in their own organization, because अखबार बड़े भी हैं, बिजनेस हाउसेस बड़े भी हैं जिनके मीडिया में प्रेजेंस है, छोटे छोटे अखबार, रीजनल अखबारों से भी लड़कियां काम करती हैं। और क्योंकि दिल्ली में पार्लियामेंट और नेशनल न्यूज़ का एक सेंटर है तो सबके रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स यहाँ भी होते हैं। तो छोटी छोटी चीज़ें उनके लिए करना, कि किसी को हेल्थ फैसिलिटी चाहिए तो हम लोग एक फंड बनाते थे उसके लिए, यू नो, किसी को अगर वर्क प्लेस में कहीं, हाँ कैंटीन भी
बहुत
बहुत
अच्छी है।
घर का खाना लिटरली लड़कियां हम विमेन वी यूज्ड टू गो एंड टीच द कुक्स देयर कि घर का खाना और साफ सुथरा खाना, जैसे हम अपने घर का किचन चलाते हैं वैसे ही हम यहाँ का किचन चलाते थे। हम कभी कभी फूड डेमोज कराते थे कि कुछ नया सीख लें, कभी राजस्थानी खाने का, कभी कुछ। आई एम जस्ट सेइंग द रीजन फॉर दिस इज एक मीटिंग स्पेस तो जो मिलती है लड़कियों को जो यहाँ दे डोंट नो वेयर टू हैंग अराउंड, तो उनके लिए एक सेफ जगह है, वहाँ खाना पीना भी कर सकती है। दूसरा एक आपने इकोसिस्टम क्रिएट कर दिया, वहाँ आप एक दूसरे से मिलेंगे, एक सपोर्ट सिस्टम होता है। और वर्कशॉप्स करते थे हम, पॉलिटिशियंस को बुलाते थे, तो एक उनको एक्सपोजर भी मिलता है जिन जर्नलिस्ट को पहले एक्सपोजर नहीं मिलता था जितना नेशनल लेवल के मीडिया हाउसेस को मिलता था जर्नलिस्ट को। So that was a small thing that I just thought I'll say, and a lot of seniors helped us, we helped our juniors, so it was like we carried the baton on के एक दूसरे का support system हम बनेंगे, and it became that kind of a support system. So that's in the media. And one small thing that I wanted to share was मेरे घर में you know अब maid कहो, हम तो उनको दीदी कहते थे because she brought up my children. And you know, as sometimes you hear these stories, most of these women come from their villages, they are abused at home, husband पीता है, मारता है, they have to step out बच्चों की परवरिश करने के लिए. So this woman came to work with me, and then I actually supported her to stand up to her husband, not send the money back to him but send it for the children's education. 4 उसके बच्चे थे, 3 लड़कियां और एक सबसे छोटा लड़का. I helped her to get that confidence. I made her actually educate all the 3 girls as much as the boy was educated. My charity actually began from there. I just felt that अगर मैं इन 3-4 बच्चों की जिंदगी अगर कुछ कर सकूं तो मेरी आंखों के सामने जो मुझे टैंजिबल दिखेगा तो शायद दैट विल बी बेटर. तो उनकी एजुकेशन नॉट ओनली फाइनेंस करना पर उनके साथ इन टच रखना कि बेटा तुम्हारा रिजल्ट आएगा तो मैं देखूंगी, और ये रिजल्ट आएगा तो मैं तुम्हें इंसेंटिव भी देती थी, और अगर बुरा होता था पढ़ते नहीं थे तो डांट भी लगाती थी. सो यू नो आई यूज्ड टू टॉक टू हर के बच्ची क्या करेगी अब, 16 साल की हो गई, 17 साल, झाड़ू पोछा करेगी कहीं पर. And today that girl actually is working in a big mall store, and you know she gets her promotion, and she's doing, you know what, dress up hoke jati hai like a modern girl, and the son you know is working in one of the vendors who supplies personnel to some of these you know स्टेनो वगैरह जो देते हैं डिजिटल कंप्यूटर वगैरह करने के लिए. तो आज वो बच्चे वहाँ तक पहुँच गए. छोटी सी बट दिस वुमन टुडे इज सो मच मोर कॉन्फिडेंट. विलेज से आई थी, लड़ी जीवन में और अपने बच्चों को कुछ बनाया. यू डोंट हैव टू डू दिस. There are men and women in the room when the edit meeting takes place, and they all speak. I mean, I can't even remember if I'm looking at them as boys or girls or anything like that. मेरे दिमाग में ये ख्याल ही नहीं आता कि भाई I have to encourage a girl, because then you're putting pressure on yourself to think that they are different. So frankly, when we are in the room, like I said, in my Hindi channel, women are fewer, and when I go there, I still have to you know, not overtly but a little bit of challenge of the nuanced way in which conversations take place. Everybody is very respectful, but like I said, there is that intangible mindset that you can not put a finger on in words, but it's a feeling that you get, and we women know what that feeling is. So Hindi में बहुत सारी लड़कियां नहीं है जिनको मैं कर सकती हूँ, लेकिन मेरा अपना शो, I have a girl who does it, and she has as much right to say whatever in my edit meeting, you know, as anybody else. And most women, frankly, say anything. Times now maybe don't have that problem. I think there are fewer males than there are females. So we are to all over the place. And I'm a little vocal in the newsroom, so the message kind of goes across. So I don't sort of overtly give gyan, but I just go around and say, boss, panga mat lena. So they know that we can't mess around with the women in the office. They're pretty watchful, and they know कि boss बचेंगे नहीं. And I'm on the gender committee also, so बच्चू आना फिर. And women in that sense feel if there is something, they can come and report it, and they will get justice. So nobody has to be silent if there is something, you know, in terms of sexual harassment on the floor. So it's pretty much touch wood okay, but I can't put a finger on who this person who went on maternity leave. No, even if it is, I don't know, but it's a natural instinct. Women will have children, they will go on leave. It's better than going on leave for curing alcoholism. So, you know, so I would support a man who was going through that as well. But I will support a woman. And there was a girl, I don't know if it's the same person who you're talking about, but when she came back after her delivery and joined back, uske टांगें दर्द होने लगती थी. So I had told my newsroom, because we have this thing that people should be standing and doing a little active work on screen, otherwise it looks very dead and the viewer doesn't connect very well. But for her, I'd made an arrangement that it should look she's standing, but please give her a chair in between this thing. So we used to put a chair in the boot of the car for her, so that between her various live hits on television, she could sit down. Yeah. Yeah, I would do that. You know, if somebody has a health issue, especially if it's a woman after childbirth who's having some issues, you just support, but you would support. I'm just saying that it's not that I would do it only for a woman. If a man was also having a health issue, I would do it for him also. And I do counsel most people, you know, who have this, that if I have a young baby, how do I work? Because our work is 24/7. So I keep telling them that if I could survive, and we have to take, you know, it's not like it's hunky-dory. We have to take our calls. There have been times when I've not been able to do, you know, prime time shows because I had my, I couldn't reach home at 11 o'clock, बच्चे छोटे थे. So I did the 7 o'clock show. So that was keeping my own ambition in check when my kids needed me. So those calibrations, I think we all make, but when it comes to the crunch, then we go out and get it. नहीं पर you know, if you feel people pull people down, थोड़ा सा मेरे ट्विटर हैंडल पे जाके देखो क्या ही वहाँ पे लिखा जाता है. द पॉइंट इज दैट आपने इसको अटेंशन देना है या नहीं, ये आपके ऊपर है. कुछ तो लोग कहेंगे, लोगों का काम है कहना. छोड़ो बेकार की बातें.